Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing the Call of Duty Zombies maps tier list. Now, please keep in mind this is my own personal opinion. If you dislike the video, then so be it. But today I'm just going to be doing the Call of Duty Zombies maps tier list. So starting off with the Rising Rock, I would honestly put it in A tier. I mean, I see so many people liking this map, and I just don't like it personally. Maybe because I haven't played it enough, but I mean, I just don't really like Black Ops 3 maps for some odd reason. And speaking of Black Ops 3 maps, we have Good Crovy. It isn't a bad map, but I feel like setting up is a little bit annoying. So, yeah, it's Transit, I would honestly put in an E kind of tier. It's not bad. I mean, so many people shit on it, but it's not too bad. But I see what you mean. I see what other people mean when they say it's bad, because it's literally a massive, tedious setup quest just to like get everything, and then you end up being set on fire by lava. You have to build Pack-a-Punch, and it's just annoying, to be honest. It's just not a very good map. Ancient Evil, Ancient Evil, I'd put in B tier. It's not bad, but I feel like there's no like training areas. You kind of have to run around the entire map and just be lucky, I guess. Ascension is an S tier map. It's such a classic map. It's on Black Ops 1 engine. It's quite a classic map. It's really easy to get high round once you have like a thunder gun, jug, or anything other. Blood of the Dead, give it about a D tier. It is more playable than Transit, but then again, who wants to play Blood of the Dead? I mean, I feel like they ruined it. They really ruined this because they took away they took away most of the features that Mob of the Dead had, and so you're left with just this plain boring ass map, which wasn't very fun. Buried, I'd put in a B, not because it's got the letter B for buried, but because it's not a bad map. I think it is very easy because you can get that wonder weapon, which I honestly cannot remember the name of, but you can get the wonder weapon, which is you should get it to about round infinity if you like try enough. And not to mention you also have something like Vulture Raid, and the map's just really easy in my opinion, which is why I mostly just don't play it. It's just far too easy. Call of the Dead, I'd put in B tier. It's not a bad map, but there's like so many issues with the map. It's really hard to get to high rounds, and wonder weapons are a little crap. I mean, the scavengers are far better, but at round 40 it starts to drop off. I mean, I don't know because I've never been to round 40 on Call of the Dead, so I still think this scavenger's good. Doris, I'd pay about A. Wait, is that Black Ops? We're talking about Black Ops 3 Doris, or we're talking about Black Ops 1 or not Cold War, World at War? No, I think we're talking about the original Doris. If it's original Doris, then I'd put it in S tier, because it's such a revolutionary map, because it introduced Pack-a-Punch and such, and it's just an easy map, and it's actually fun, unlike Buried, which gets boring after a while. Die Rise, I'd put it in E tier. It is actually no, I'd put it in D. Honestly, Die Rise is better than Transit, like, by far. But the thing with Die Rise is, again, it's kind of a shithole of a map. Like, you're either lucky and start up, or you end up taking 4 damage and die. It's kind of a shithole, to be fair. Dead of the Night is playable, but again, I know why people hate it so much. Because it is a bit bad, and the Wonder Weapon setup is just a joke, to be honest. 5 is playable. I wouldn't give it an F tier, but I hate this map because it's so close quartered, and you also get the scientist who takes your weapon, and it's just a massive pain in the ass. Now 9, I would put in an A tier. I see so many people shit on this map because it's in the Black Ops 4 engine, but honestly, it's one of the best maps in Black Ops 4. In fact, it is the best map in Black Ops 4. It's literally the only one. I mean, apart from Ancient Evil, that's not too bad. But the only issue with 9 is there's like different those zombie types, and also that big spider thing. I don't even know what the name is, which can be an issue, but it's still one of the best maps. Kino the Toten, I would put in an S tier. It's such a classic map. Everyone's played Kino the Toten. If you haven't, then, well, you don't really have a childhood then, do you? Moon, I would put in a C tier. I mean, I'm not really a fan of Moon, and I know it's quite a controversial map, and honestly, I'm on the side that hates it, but I think the more I play Moon, the more I might actually enjoy it, but then again, it's on Black Ops 1 engine, and then you have to stay in no man's land just to get Jug and then go through the teleporter, or you can go back and then risk dying. But it's just annoying. It's just one of the worst, not one of the worst maps, but one of the most controversial. Mob of the Dead is an S tier map. It's such a good map, and it's quite a unique map as well, because it adds like so many features that other maps don't have, and it's got quite an interesting story. I think it's based on a true story or something. I don't know. Noct. Yeah, Noct is about a D tier. I'd rather play it over 5 in Transit, that's for sure. But then again, Noct is very bare bones and just plain, so. Origins, I'm actually going to put in S tier. Like, a few months ago, I would say Origins is one of the worst maps ever made, but the more I play Origins, the more I actually like it, and it's got such a good setting and story. But however, these stuffs can be a bit of a pain to make. However, I'll give Origins the benefit of the doubt and put it in S tier. Revelations isn't a bad map, but the only issue is that it's literally made up of like older maps. So basically just like grabbing old maps and just shitting them together to make this. And so it's kind of a C tier. Shangri-La is a C tier. It's one of those maps that you tend to like or not like. I mean, if you can set up and get to a high round, then you like it, but most of the time you'll die on it because it's so close quartered and you have all these fire zombies and screamers. So, Shinonima is playable. Yeah, I mean, I would put Shinonima in a C tier, but just because it's so broken and World at War, it can get to high round, it's kind of a D tier, because it kind of just ruins the map in my opinion. Shadows of Evil is an A tier. I mean, I don't really like the map, but of course, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I can't put it in S tier for me, because I don't really like the map that much. But just so I can impress you guys, I'll put it in A tier, just so they don't start bitching and moaning. I'm joking. Verruckt. Yeah, Verruckt again, I'd give it a D. Because it isn't a bad map. But then it's quite hard. Because it's so close quartered, just like Shangri-La. Voyage of Despair. I actually quite enjoy Voyage of Despair, so I'll give it a C tier. However, I see the issues with the actual game itself. And I have my own issues as well, because you can't train anywhere really. There's not any good training areas apart from like the other side of the ship with like all the chairs. I don't know what I'm going on about, but yeah, there's basically no training areas. Zetsubo, I give out a C tier. I mean, the setup process is very tedious, but yeah, it is pretty good. Alright, and this is my Call of Duty Zombies tier list. Notice how I haven't put anything in F, because I actually quite like all the maps. I don't think any map is absolute garbage, apart from Transit and 5, but I kind of boosted them up a bit, because they are playable. You just gotta get through all the bullshit, really. But anyway guys, I'm going to end the video here. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.